Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my cute little cheerful, smart, intelligent, and brave friends. Welcome to the Story House, a place where we present to you an interesting story from the Quran every day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has narrated many stories in the Holy Quran, wise and delightful stories that bring you joy and inspiration, while we learn wonderful things from the true stories, old and new. So, let's embark on a thrilling journey into the world of the Quran. But before listening to the story, make sure you have completed all your tasks properly so that you can enjoy listening to the story uninterrupted. And I really admire all of you being a part of this story. Today we bring you a story from the 21st juz. There is a surah in this juz named Surah Ar-Rum. Rome means Rome, which was a great empire back in the day. It was so vast that if we look at it now, it would include almost 30 to 35 modern day countries, a massive and powerful superpower. There was another superpower called Faris, known today as Iran. The Roman Empire back then covered regions that are today Turkey, Syria, Jordan, Iran, and Palestine. Since Rome and Faris were neighbors and both superpowers, wars frequently broke out between them. Allah named a whole surah after Rome to highlight an important event. Why is this surah named after Rome? Let's find out. As Rome and Persia were often at war, sometimes the Romans would win and sometimes the Persians. The Persians were fire worshippers and polytheists, claiming that fire was their god. The Romans, on the other hand, called themselves Christians, followers of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. They followed the scriptures although they had altered them. At that time when these battles were taking place, Allah sent our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to guide mankind and call people towards Islam. In Mecca, the Mushrikeen supported the Persians because both were idolaters. Mecca people worshipped idols and Persian people worshipped fire. The Muslims, however, felt closer to the Christians because they also believed in divine scriptures and in Prophet Isa alayhi salam, just as Muslims did. So when the Romans won, the Muslims rejoiced, and when the Persians won, the Mushrikeen of Makkah celebrated. There was a Persian king named Khusro Parvez and a Roman emperor named Phocas. Khusro fought many battles against Phocas. Eventually, Egypt sent help to Rome, and a new emperor, Qasas, was appointed. While the Persians continued their onslaught, this was the same period when Prophet Muhammad (SAW) was first appointed as a messenger. Though the Romans ruled, they oppressed non-Christians such as Jews or people of other beliefs. Those who were against the Romans joined the Persian army, making it even stronger. They conquered many Roman cities like Antakya, Damascus, and Jerusalem. The Persians created massive bloodshed in Masjid al-Aqsa, killing thousands of Christians. Soon they captured Jordan, Palestine, and advanced into Egypt. Each time the Persians won, the Quraysh in Mecca mocked the Muslims, saying, "See, even your prophet is wrong." The Christians you support are constantly losing. We and the Persians will win, and you who say Allah is one will always lose. This saddened the Muslims. During this time, Surah Ar-Rum was revealed. The first verse said, Alif Lam Mim, the Romans have been defeated. But in a few years, they will be victorious once again. The Quraysh mocked this verse, saying, "The Romans are already crushed. Their empire will soon vanish. And you Muslims, you're so few, yet you talk of victory." One man named Ubay bin Khalaf challenged Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu and said, "If the Romans become victorious within 3 years, as your Quran claims, then I will give you 10 camels. If they don't, then you will give me 10 camels." Now remember, at that time betting was not yet prohibited in Islam. So Abu Bakr anhu accepted. Later, Prophet ﷺ told Abu Bakr anhu, Allah said in a few years, which means less than 10 years, not three. So go back to Ubay and say, we bet on 10 years and not just for 10 camels but 100 camels. Soon after the Prophet ﷺ migrated to Medina, meanwhile, the Roman Emperor Heraclius launched a secret and powerful attack into Persia and struck deep into their capital. Within 8 years, Rome regained its power. At the same time, Muslims won the Battle of Badr, the first major victory over the Quraysh. Thus, both prophecies in Surah Ar-Rum were fulfilled within 8 years: the Romans' victory and the Muslims' triumph. Ubay ibn Khalaf then came to the Prophet ﷺ with 100 camels, acknowledging the truth of the Quran. The Prophet instructed that the camels be given in charity because by then betting had been made forbidden in Islam. That was today's story. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us again tomorrow for another inspiring Quranic tale. And after every prayer, please do not forget to pray for yourself and for all the Muslims around the world. If you like the story, please like, subscribe, and share it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.